Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
But Brock Lesnar, I've seen this man for 20 years. It's about 20 years. I gotta say, Brock's been around. Okay? I saw this man throw Zach Gowen down the stairs. But this Brock is scary. Look at my face! Look at my face! Okay? Just get ready, because for about 20 minutes, all you're going to hear is this. Do you get sick of it? A little bit? A tiny bit? I don't. Okay.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's cause he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the Monday Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News to interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
And welcome back, everybody, wrestling fans all around the world. Welcome, if you will, so to speak, to Perfect Plex Talk Radio, Around the Blocks with Mike Knoxxx, the Mike Knoxxx Show. People, what a show I have for you today. And it's going to be a special one on this. It's like 2 wrestling pay-per-view PLEs this week. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the day today. We're going to go with always and forever what we do here. Now we got to keep things in order, right? When you was at school, when your ass got out of line at the place, they sent you to the back of the line. And trust me, if you was late in the lunchroom, you didn't get the good cheeseburgers or good pizza up front. You got that bad stuff late and you ain't want that. But today, we're going to give you the week that is pro wrestling. Also today, immediately following the program scheduling has happened, but it's okay. Tonight, special interview with Savio Vega. That goes down tonight. Also, guys, we lost one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Macho Man Randy Savage. We're going to remember Macho Man Randy today and talk about some of the things he's gone through in his life and his accolades. Also, guys, is NXT still working? Like, when I look at NXT now, I don't feel the same way I did 2-3 years ago about NXT. When I look at NXT now, it's like, picking out a good shirt for some of you guys out there. Some of you guys still wear South Pole, stuff like that. You got to be careful with that kind of stuff. You still buy the U.S. Polo. You know damn well your ass ain't supposed to have no U.S. Polo, but you see Polo and a man on a horse, you think, oh, I'm doing my thing. I got some good clothes. No, NXT, it's not dressing well for me anymore. Let's talk about it. Is it still working? Also, is this the end? We got guys with bald spots. We got people's doctors telling them not to wrestle anymore. We got Edge openly saying this is the end of my career. I want to go out on my terms. Is it time to say goodbye? It's wrestling fans. Do we hold on too damn long to our heroes? Do we hold on too long? And also, Night of Champions, that is going down this week as well as the Double or Nothing pay-per-view. And we will have prediction shows for both of those shows coming up this week on Unpop Review as well. And as always, listen to me, holding me down backstage as always, my Ayatollahs and the Rock and Rollers. The reason why this is the show the pros listen to King Von 301, King Von Jr., that is backstage, the Victorious Ones podcast. Make sure y'all check that out. And that is his latest interviews he has with Jobber Tier podcast as well. And also my right-hand man, Ooze. Y'all know who he is. My man holding me down. The Z is silent. The almighty Dice Man backstage, social producer as well. Listen, guys. So let's just get this show started. The week that is professional wrestling. Now, we on the show. It's Monday. So we always start off with Monday Night Raw. And when you have Raw, you have things to talk about on Raw. Paul Heyman last week found a way to undermine Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as Imperium top 5 fractions of all time. Wrestling Doll Talk, come at you, girl. Okay? Help the Judgment Day gain a victory over the Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Plus, Cody Rhodes told Brock Lesnar, get out of my way. He said, I don't care about you. That's why Cody's not next to this title picture. Cody is still here for Roman. That is his story. These belts ain't for him right now. Also, Becky Lynch challenged Trish Stratus to a match at Night of Champions. Also, Mustafa Ali, which when it happened and he earned this championship match against Gunther, I said, why? As soon as I said, why? The almighty Dice Man said, duh, they're in Saudi Arabia. I said, oops, upside the head. I said, oops, upside the head. Duh, I should have known that was going to be why he was going to win the match. I still don't like Mustafa Ali being that match, but that's what's going to happen. If you haven't known, next week on Raw, not this week, but next week on Raw, there will be a replacement for the women's tag team titles as Liv Morgan has been hurt. Now, rumor was they were relinquishing the titles at first, but this is from WWE's.com page themselves. She's going to have a partner, Miss Rodriguez. Question is, who will be her partner? Taking on Shayna Baszler, one Ronda Rousey, Damage Controls, Io Sky, and hey, we want some Bayley, and Day DeVille and Chelsea Green. Now, this past week on AEW, though, now, if you didn't see the AEW review show, you should go check it out at the AEW, because if you're an AEW fan, that's the show for you. You want us to review, so we're reviewing it for you. Falls Count Anywhere match between Chris Jericho and Roderick Strong. Now, at first, I'm watching this match, and if you didn't hear the review show, I'm going to repeat the same thing because it's how I felt, which is the truth. That was a really damn good match, a Falls Count Anywhere match. I mean, they literally went outside. Going outside is just so much cooler than just standing inside the arena. And that's not anywhere. Parking lot, backstage, locker room, outside, that's anywhere. They had to fight in the hallway, which I was like, is somebody going to take a spot right here? Of course not, but damn, it was fun watching them think they were going to take a spot right there. Also, trios match between Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, okay, and Miss Hakuru took on the Outcast, which I can't, I got to say this, Dice. Ruby, Soho fits in AEW. Sheree and Tony Storm also, listen, that match to me, I thought was another good match. I thought AEW the last 2 weeks, Dynamite, has been really, really good wrestling programs. Also, Jack Perry, y'all can call him Jungle Boy. I'm going to call him Dylan McKay's son, took on Rush. Ricky Starks took on Jay White, as well as Sammy Guevara in action. And his promo, I'm sorry, he doesn't do it for me. I know that's Dice's guy. I feel like I'm watching Ashton Kutcher all over again as a Calvin Klein supermodel. He's just extra skinny. He can wrestle. Okay. What is he? I'm more interested in his wife when she's on the screen. All right. And then Don Callis promo last week, I thought it set the record straight why he did it. But again, intelligent wrestling fans, this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan, was in the chat all last week saying they saw it coming. And why? Most important thing that they also said, Don Callis has never been a face manager. So when the Elite went face, Don Callis had to get Ghost. And then that led us to the best show in wrestling every week. And why is that? Because your tribal chief is on that show, SmackDown. And the Usos do what the Usos have been doing lately. As we discussed last week, is this the end of the bloodline? Is it time for the bloodline to go? Roman's again disappointed him because they interfere. He's out in the ring, him and Solo, talking they hot garbage that he be talking. Sami Zayn will come out. We're thinking where the Usos at anyway, right? So you're thinking this was a plan. No, Roman's, what are you doing? Sit your asses down. Nobody told your ass to come out there. Did I even tell you can move? Get in the corner. Get in the corner. Time out. They did the Jimmy Butler to him last night. You're on time out. Okay? Put the Usos in the corner. Pretty Deadly debuted, that is, against the Brawling Brutes. I like to see them debut. We know all first debuts, at least 99.8% of the time, see that 0.8, right? It's going to win their debut match. But why they got to beat on the Brawling Brutes like that? Wasn't the Brawling Brutes just a hot thing just a year ago when the draft happened? Damn, give them brothers some time to win something. I mean, why that matchup? Pick any other tag team to have them beat other than the Brawling Brutes, in my opinion. And so who's face here? The Brawling Brutes now faces? Is that what's going on? Grayson Waller makes his debut in the Grayson Waller effect with AJ Styles in the ring. And I got to say this much, yo. Grayson Waller is a star, okay? When you can go toe for toe on the microphone with Big John Cena, AJ Styles, I think that's impressive. Also, Asuka defeated Zelina last week. See, guys, she can be champion. Of course, she can be champion. Anybody can be champion, but she's not going to be champion. Asuka defeats her, and then Bianca Belair comes out there and almost get the in her face a second time. So, your thoughts this week on the week in pro wrestling, because I'm just curious of your guys' input on this on the past week, because watching the week in wrestling, I was pretty entertained. Okay, I thought SmackDown NXT ain't it no more. No, NXT ain't been it for me in a few years, Mr. Scott Malone. Thanks for tuning in, watch the program. Dennis chiming in, NXT is working. It's just we're spoiled with the amount of good talent that has flourished on the NXT ring right there. Only some of the rest must be developed more. Unfortunately, it's taking longer. I don't think I'm spoiled by it. So, I mean, maybe for some fans, for me, I'm not spoiled by NXT. I want NXT to stand out. I feel that when I watch NXT, it's taking steps backwards. And we'll talk about that a little bit later in the program as well. Bad guy Jack checking in, the leader of the Jack Packers. We are in the end game now. Yes, we are. The bloodline, they are definitely in the end game now. What's going on, Charmaine? There you go. That damn movie. Oh, Little Mermaid this week. I kept wanting to say Sleeping Beauty for whatever reason. Grayson Waller, G. Waller got it like A-Town. Well, I do think that he is the future of professional wrestling, and one A-Town down himself, Austin Theory. But Grayson Waller, what can they do with him? I like him. Still a little young. And that's what they need. They need young talent. We're talking about people getting old and trying to move on as wrestling fans. They need to have some new crap of talent up in there. When Rhea and Bianca going to swap belt? I don't know, maybe after Night of Champions? Okay. My daughter's waiting for that. Only time I watch NXT is when Braun Breaker is wrestling. That's about either him or Mello Hayes for me. I'm with you with that. If it ain't him or Mello, I'm pretty much tuned out myself a lot of the times watching that one as well. But I just look at the week in wrestling and I'm going, I don't talk about NXT because we have an NXT review show for that. Jack and the crew would join him for that every single week. So I don't need to talk about it because I don't watch it. I watch it when I have to. I'm not a fan of NXT anymore, but I am a fan of Raw. I am a fan of SmackDown. Raw's it's like going to Walmart. You know it ain't really good for you no more. It's not good cheap prices anymore, but it's Walmart, right? You know you can really get better stuff from Target. Right? You can even get good stuff if you got a Big Lots in your area or a Bell in your area. But no, we also go to Walmart and give them all this money because it's Walmart. And that's what we do. But listen, guys, don't forget tonight at 8 o'clock after the show, we will have a special interview. That's an old picture. That's okay. But tonight at 8:30, I'm sorry, we will have Savio Vega join the program. Special interview with the team. Had to push some things back as he is running around in traffic, but that's okay. But right now, guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to come right back, answer some more of your questions, and get into, guys, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. He's gone, and he will never be forgetting. You also not going to be forgetting this man right here, y'all.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's respectfully pause in silence as we toll the bell 10 times.
okay?
Rest in peace to one superstar, Billy Graham. And make sure you guys come back this Tuesday as we continue on Unpop Reviews Entertainment segment. We will break down our franchise, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle franchise, all the Turtle movies. So now we're up to 2007's animated film, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Come back and check that out this Thursday. But guys, you see the jacket. Hold on, I forgot. I had to pull out my bling. You know what I mean? Let's put that out. You know what I mean? I'm from an era where if you don't rock bling and shirts with the ones with a team, you ain't rocking life. I'm sorry that he died. I don't know who he is. You know who Super Billy Graham is, baby girl? Anyone can get mad at me. I don't know who he is. I'm not gonna get mad at you for that, but Superstar Billy Graham is an icon. If you know HH, then that's pretty much who Superstar Billy Graham was. Who HH was, rather. Superstar Billy Graham. Walter Lowry said, rest peacefully, Superstar Billy Graham. Everyone took your style, but we all know who original is. And there it is right there. So, guys, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh, my brother, testify. The Macho Man, guys, passed away almost 20 years ago this past week. Now we're talking about 4 times World Wrestling WCW champion, which threw me, right? I was like, damn, he won more WCW titles than he did in WWF. And that's simply because we know who he was there with, right? Intercontinental champion, he wore that title for 2 years, by the way. World Wrestling Federation champion twice, including winning that tournament at WrestleMania 4. King of the Ring winner in 87, which gave us the Macho King, Hall of Famer in 2015, Wrestler of the Year in 88, Match of the Year, which y'all know I often talk about. Most wrestling fans often talk about him and Ricky Steamboat. WrestleMania 3 to me still one of the top 10 matches of all time. I don't care what age you're in, how it ages, just that match, the purity of that match. We cannot get pure. I think you cannot talk sports entertainment wrestler, right? The epitome of it, someone like an Orton, without mentioning someone like a Macho Man Randy Savage. You could not mention to me someone like even an AJ without mentioning Macho Man Randy Savage. It's the perfect blend of wrestling in the ring, in the squared circle, knowing the psychology of the squared circle, knowing the ring very well, but also incorporating the entertainment of professional wrestling also. Better than the best, the cream will rise to the top. There it is, William Coley. Oh, that's Billy. What's going on, boy? Macho Man did Spider-Man. You're not going nowhere. No, Spider-Man always. Listen, I saw a thing, right? He's done so many voiceovers and so many different TV shows. It was ridiculous. The things that he had and that he's done in his career. And just looking at everything. And of course, obviously, best synonymous for, to me, the greatest valet in the history of professional wrestling, Miss Elizabeth. I know, and this is what it is for the month, you know, and that's the talk that goes around is, especially here on the network, older people being surpassed. The elegance of Miss Elizabeth, the way she portrayed her character is unmatched. To be a valet who took abuse, stayed by her side, loyal, and did everything she had to do. Miss Elizabeth was that girl. To this day, I literally call my remote controls, my car, Miss Elizabeth. Everything is Miss Elizabeth in my household. My first white girl crush next to Alyssa Milano. All right. And then you can't talk the Macho King without talking sensational Sherry. Some would say that he had a better run this half of his career. Okay. I personally don't believe so, because that early years, that 87, 88, 89 years, Macho Man, those early years between WrestleMania 2, 3, 4, 5 were just, those years to me are unmatched to me as far as entertainment in the ring and what this guy did. And what he did with Sensational Sherry winning the King of the Ring and then bringing her on, which is amazing. And of course, the Mega Powers. I did it. You see there's Superstar Billy Graham right there. Charmaine. Hulk Hogan. I said it, people, okay? You're still a racist fuck. Get him off my screen, please. Get me back to the first slide. I can't do it. I won't do it. I won't let it be done. But yes, back to this slide, if you will. Macho Man just epitomized to me what it is to be great about professional wrestling. Everything from mic skills to in-ring ability to charisma. Again, when you can cross over, okay, outside of professional wrestling, that's when you are the cream of the crop. And anybody who says anything different.
Not only are you a hot dog, a grandstander, a showboat, and a prima donna, but you're a liar too.
Yeah! That's the way it is. So, listen, guys. Now, we just finished talking about NXT, right? We just got finished talking about NXT. Just got finished talking about it. And this is the NXT that made NXT. Nothing against Braun Breaker. Nothing against Mellow Hayes. Nothing against Pretty Deadly. Nothing against, Grayson Waller. And again, I'm Cameron Grimes, who, to me, the ball has been dropped now with him as well. But I saw this in a wrestling group. So I brought it to the show, right? Should all NXT talents have to win at least one title before being called up to the main roster? And does that even make a difference, right? Because look how great Prince Pretty was, right? And what those guys are going to pull off and then get pulled up to the main roster, nothing great came from them anymore. But you look at Shinsuke, you look at, obviously Seth freaking Rollins. You're looking at McIntyre, who, NXT didn't make him. He was already there, the chosen one, all that good stuff first. And neither did NXT really make Kevin Owens. Kevin, see if you knew him from before as well. But you got there, you got these guys, you got guys like Seth Rollins and they just drown you out. Whenever you say his name, they're just going to drown you out. Seth Rollins all freaking day, baby. Okay, but when you look at NXT, you look at this crop, how can you compare this group of guys, no offense, to these guys? Am I wrong for that? They changed the title. I get all this was Vince's doing. But look at the belt now. It has some color to it. As a belt guy, I'm with it. But the color's in it. Everything's different about NXT now. The crowd is even different to me in NXT now. Look at Becky. She didn't win the NXT Women's Champion, and look at her career. Again, certain parallels of people, you're right. But Bayley also had an NXT run minus winning the title, a la Mick Foley. Constantly losing, constantly being pushed aside, constantly being screwed over. Her career didn't need it because they built her good enough. So right, very good point, Jack Packer. That's a great class of NXT champions. It is a tremendous class of great guys. The problem with NXT isn't NXT anymore. Time for new talent. And I'm with you as well as that. And not just that, even the new talent they pull up. Again, when I watch NXT, I feel like I'm watching Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. I feel like I'm back in the hee-haw days, the Mama's Family days, the In Living Color days of professional wrestling, where wrestling took a page with ECW, right? The Attitude Era came. Everybody had to change their ways. Ruthless Aggression era came. And just like with music and fashion, things change, right? But wrestling, unfortunately, can't go back. You can't go back to 83, 85, 86 with certain wrestling. You just can't do it anymore. And I think NXT is that problem. The Four Horsewomen were legends above where the NXT women are now. Leagues above. Yes, listen, not just leagues above them. Like, it's not even the women, the Asukas, the Bianca Belairs. I mean, the list goes on and on. Is this a Triple H problem, or did Vince just raid the crop and then fired so many other people? Bayley did win it. She did win the final NXT joint. Okay, you're right. I thought she did. Thank you, Michael J. Knox. No problem. It's a lot of X's. Appreciate it. But it's 3 X's. You already know. This is the 2010 slap of peace in your face PG era. Vibe with NXT now instead of it feeling like 2010 NXT TNA. Whatever. Okay. I get that. I just don't vibe with it, NXT right now. It's not for me. I tried. If you watch it, good. I know Captain Shay, Jack, I know a lot of people here on the network still love NXT. And listen, for the most part, I forget it's on. Then I go, it's on. It's always on in the background. If there's any kind of sport on, I'm watching before I watch NXT. NXT is not a priority in my house. AEW is not a priority in my house. But at least AEW I remember because it's a different federation. I'm going to give it time. I want to see it grow. I want to see it progress. But NXT, it's about who's next on that roster is right. And you don't bring up Braun Breaker for whatever reason. And the rumors in the window have it be, but again, hashtag death to dirt sheets. Okay, that they want his persona to be a little bit more evil before you bring him up. So as they made him a heel, they want to see him work that some more. I personally know everybody loves Melo, says Melo can't miss. I think he's one of those short guys that the executive consultant always talks about. Michael Smith chimes in. I kind of wonder if the talent is a bit lazy nowadays to put it more effort to give us a great show, or is it because the higher ups force them to become more with certain things they cannot do anymore. Reconstructed. Listen, they have to, NXT, they have to, if you want to blame the higher ups, go right ahead. How can you not? Right? Vince McMahon, we know, came in there and gutted the roster, fired half the people. AEW feels more like NXT now than when it first came on. To me, AEW still feels like WCW. 100%, that's how I feel. I will always support NXT. It's on. When I remember, somebody in the Xbox party says, hey, NXT's on. You know, perp visiting, all of a sudden somebody saying, oh, you see that ass? And somebody switches the channel. You know, but for the most part, it's where it is. It's not popping for Mike Knoxxx anymore. Be right back, take a break. Come back this week in wrestling history with King Vaughn. And we'll be right back here, y'all. Perfect Plex Talk Radio, around the blocks of Mike Knoxxx, the Mike Knoxxx Show, Unpopular Review Entertainment. We'll be right back.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Vaughn.
Hello, everyone. It's King Vaughn Jr. of the Victorious Ones podcast, here to give you your week in wrestling history. On May 22nd, 1984, in a blockbuster car in Tokyo, Japan, we saw NWA champion Kerry Von Erich and Jumbo Tsutsura fight to a double count out, and Harley Race defeated Ric Flair that same night. In 1989, May 22nd, 1989, Lex Luger won the NWA United States Championship by defeating Michael Hayes, and this will kick off a 523-day title reign for Luger, which still stands as a record now. Of course, on this day in 2016, Extreme Rules took place where Roman Reigns defeated AJ Styles to retain the WWE Championship, and in an absolute classic match. And so of course, on May 23rd, 1999, that day is May 23rd is most known for the tragic death of Owen Hart at WWF's Over the Edge pay-per-view on May 23rd. So that's something that's going to live on in infamy. Rest in peace. Of course, in the same day in 2005, a segment of Raw to promote ECW One Night Stand. This is the first time we had Vince McMahon, Paul Heyman, and Eric Bischoff all together in the same ring at the same time. Of course, in 2006, on the same day, Bobby Lashley defeated JBL in 82 seconds to win the United States Championship. On May 24th, 1984, of course, the NWA World Championship changed hands. Ric Flair defeated Kerry Von Erich in a 2-out-3 Falls match. May 25th, 2009. That's when, in order to promote the Lakers and Nuggets Western Conference Final Series, and of course, you had teams. You had a 10-man tag team match. Where they all wore one side wore Lakers jerseys, the other side wore Nuggets jerseys. So, of course, Team Lakers won, led by John Cena and Batista as well. Of course, May 26, 1997, an episode of Raw, Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold Steve Austin defeated Owen Hart and the British Bulldogs to win the World Tag Team titles, WWF Tag Team titles. Of course, notable birthdays. On May 22nd, Daniel Bryan turns 42. Bray Wyatt turns 36. Brian Pillman turns 61. May 25th, Bo Dallas turns 33. Roman Reigns turns 38. And May 26th, that's on May 25th, On May 26th, Natalya turns 41. Ashley Massaro will turn 44. So that is your week of wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, it's crime time. EST. Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
And welcome back to Perfect Plex Talk Radio, Around the Blocks of Mike Knoxxx, the Mike Knoxxx Show. And thank you guys for follow, and subscribe. Make sure you guys do all those good, fun things that you do that I like you to do, because without you, none of this would be possible. We wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here. And you've been here for so many goddamn years. I appreciate 13 years. Where y'all at? Where y'all been? Come on, man. Tonight, 8:30, live, Savio Vega will be here with us. A special interview right here, because only Mike Knoxxx can pull it off. The show the pros listen to. All right? They don't just reschedule with you and say we can't do it. We give you a better time, and we still give you that work. We're going to give it to you live tonight, 8:30. Come back after Raw and check us out. But now, guys, listen. I got to talk about this, because this is important to me, people. This is mad important to me, right? It's really important, because we got Edge that's coming out and saying, his career is at an end. He wants to go out the way that he wants to go out, right? You can't fault a guy for that, right? That's strictly from his words, from his mouth. You also have John Cena saying, my body can't do it anymore on Busted Open Radio. You got Randy Orton being advised by doctors to not even return to the ring anymore. Lesnar's still here, part-timer. To me, don't think Lesnar's slowing down. Jericho, to me, has had his ups and downs, body, what he's done and things like that. And Rey Mysterio, we know, is coming closer in as well once you get to the Hall of Fame. And it just made me think about all the things that these guys have done over the years, how important these guys are for. And as wrestling fans, I feel that we won more match too many damn times. You know what I mean? We don't need to hear one more match anymore when these guys, like when Flair was coming back. Why are we screaming one more match? Why are we screaming when HBK comes back? You still got it.
Have the insights to do it.
I mean, can he do a super kick? Yeah, he probably can.
One without the other isn't any good. Oh, I knew he was going to do that.
Because he's Shawn freaking Michaels. But you get what I'm saying here, people. So let me take you into the classroom, if you will, so to speak, on these guys. Chris Jericho, ECW television champion, IWGP Intercontinental champion, WCW World Television champion, WCW Cruiserweight champion 4 times, World Heavyweight champion twice, European champion, Hardcore champion, United States champion twice, Tag Team champion 5 times, World Heavyweight champion 3 times, WWE Tag Team champions twice, Intercontinental champion 9 times, European champion, and an AEW world title also. That's a lot of goddamn titles for one person, people. Okay? That's a lot of years, that's a lot of miles on that body. Okay? A lot of tread on them tires. Randy Orton, 9-time WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion 4 times, Tag Team champion, Intercontinental champion, United States champion, SmackDown champion, Raw Tag Team champion 3 times, Royal Rumble winner twice. Cena, we already know, 16 world champions, 3 being World Heavyweight championships, 13 times WWE World Champion. We're talking about United States champion 5 times, Tag Team champion twice, WWE, and then World Tag Team champions, and also a 2-time Rumble winner. Lesnar, you ready to see what his career has done? 3 times WWE champion, 7 times WWE champion, Universal champion, that is, I'm sorry. UFC champion, IWGP champion. Edge, his titles are ridiculous as well. WCW champion, Intercontinental champion, World Tag Team champion. I mean, the list goes on. Rey Mysterio, 6 times Cruiserweight champion. Okay, 4 times WWE Tag Team champion. Also Royal Rumble winner. Like, these guys have some miles on that body. Miles on that body. Those championships, guys, we're talking about over 170 titles between just these 6 men. They have been wrestling over 20 years. And I'm sorry, Charmaine was 11 years since Macho Man Randy Savage passed away. We're talking about, is it time for us to be okay with saying goodbye to John Cena? I know most of you fans say, I've been ready to say goodbye to John Cena. But I've said this before. And maybe I think now is the time. I think Cena can go away. I didn't need a Cena versus Austin Theory. I'm glad we got it as a Austin Theory fan. I know how much he feels about John Cena. I'm cool that happened, right? That's one of the matches you could say fantasy warfare maybe 10 years from now if the career of Theory pans out the way, it made foreshadowing that it turned out as good as it can be. Edge, we surprised he came back, right? When Shawn Michaels came back, it shocked everybody. We were shocked Edge came back. Edge this thing, got hurt again, and still came back. He wants to go out on his terms. Randy Orton, will we ever see another RKO in the ring? Will we see that? Brock Lesnar, is he at the end of the road? Jericho, are y'all tired of Jericho? I get he has mic skills that will last forever and ever and forever. It's Chris Jericho. But it's his in-ring still doing it. They are all made my top 50. Well, damn it, they should. If you have a top 50 and these suckers aren't in your top 50, then who the hell are you? Edge turns 50 on October 30th. Damn, Edge. Okay, better shape than me. Okay, but is he? Right? He wrestles. It looks like he's in a better shape than me. Right? But is he really? Actually, 12 years since Savage died. 11, 12, 20. Damn, it feels like it was just yesterday. Okay, that's how it feels. But if you look again at the titles between all these men, it's just ridiculous. And who's to say this is not the greatest? Like, we already got Hall of Famer in there and Rey Mysterio. We got Hall of Famer already, Edge in there. When is Jericho going in? When is Orton going in? Cena and Lesnar? That's the question. Jericho will never disappear, no matter how much I can't stand him. He is the Sylvester Stallone of wrestling. He's going to be 90 years old trying to find a way back in. So he's the new Ric Flair. It's Jericho. And I think you might be onto something with that one. I think he might be the new Ric Flair. Take a small break, guys. Come back, talk about Night of Champions this week. All right. Give you my quick picks about tonight. And tonight, Raw is going down. And don't forget, guys, stay black.
I'm black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black. And I'm black, y'all.
Before I say this, let me get all of my pauses out of this. Two big meaty men slapping meat.
He says, hey, I'm a big guy. Pause. I'm a big meaty guy.
Match was lackluster. Big meaty men didn't do a lot of meat, and it was not very big. So I don't know. I'm gonna give the segment.
Dynamite. What's going on?
That is a clip.
That is definitely a clip.
No pun intended. I'm giving the segment a D.
I'm giving that 2 Fs.
So let me get this straight. They're big meaty men that weren't showing the meat, but you give it a D.
Big meaty men showing the meat, but you give it the D.
Big meaty men giving us a D.
Not give it us. Not give it us. Right?
Yeah, and it's not very big or medium.
That's great.
Yeah. Anyways.
Greetings. I seek a techno-industrial complex where I might obtain 2 or 3 semnuts of platinum paste.
This time of night, huh?
This is the story of 2 aliens, Beldar and Primat.
Here, scrap it. I have re-radiated leftover starch discs. Ah, pizza. I will enjoy it. Do not sear the top of your neck hole.
For them, it was a chance to build a new dream.
Where are you from? From France. I come from France.
Coneheads.
Are they from another planet?
If they're not, we should nuke France right away.
Coming this Thursday, Coneheads. I cannot wait to watch that review. One of my favorite films, comedies of all time from Saturday Night Live. Cannot wait to watch that right there. But people, it is going down this Saturday. Oh, Night of Champions. People, can Cody Rhodes, will Cody Rhodes be able to pull this off. I'm bringing on Dice Man right now, guys, backstage to come join me on the program to talk about this Night of Champions segment. Dice Man, where you at? Hey there, sir.
Yo, what up? I didn't even have my headphones out. I wasn't expecting this. So if I got feedback, let me know.
You're cool. Night of Champions. Lesnar, Cody Rhodes.
You know what? If he does the impossible and beats Brock twice, the same way he beat Seth Rollins 3 times, do you believe it, or is it just like, all right, he took his lickings, he took his lashings,
he took a lashing,
he took his lashings. So what else is there to do to get him over? He's already over. He has arguably the most popular theme music in WWE next to Seth Rollins.
Well, look at my face. Listen, look at my face. Listen, seriously, if he beats Brock Lesnar again this week, more power to him. I have no problem with him winning. Like you just said, he took his lickings already. I think this was a diversionary tactic to get him off of the new World Heavyweight Championship, the consolation title, off of Cody, because I think Cody's still big agenda is the title for them. Still could be wrong. Don't know. Don't care. Ain't like I watch or read dirt sheets. Hashtag Def the Dirt Sheets. Fuck you too, Dave Meltzer. But I think Cody does win this. I think Cody wins this. And if he wins another roll-up, I wouldn't be mad about that either, just so you know. Okay? It's not how you beat the person. How you beat the person is if you beat the person. So I'm going with Cody in this one as well. Then we have the undisputed tag team titles as Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn take on 2 members of the Bloodline, the Tribal Chief himself, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Who do you see win? I just can't see Roman winning this match. I just don't.
I kind of want to see what happens if Roman wins. Like,
does he give them the titles? Can he just gift them the titles back?
What happens with the Usos? That's why I want to see them win. Like, what happens with the Usos? I
can't see the Usos screwing him out of them titles. Unless the only way they screw him out of them titles is Reese, if they come to the ring and they called it that way. But I don't think they screw him in the meaning of getting back at him.
No, they'll probably do it accidentally. They'll definitely do it accidentally.
Screwed him out of it, yeah. Roman Reigns, 1,000 Days Universal Champions, is on Saturday. Damn, already 1,000 days. So on day 1,000, does he become the one-man power trip?
He might. The
one-man power trip. Now that's a tweet, y'all. I said it first. Okay, but who you got win this match? I don't say. I think Sami Zayn didn't win this match. that's the answer here.
Honestly, this run with Owens and Zayn, underwhelming.
You said it was some Reggie
mid.
Don't be a munch. Don't be a munch.
It was okay.
It hasn't been mid. You know why? You know why it appears mid?
They're chasers.
They are. Well, I think Kevin can be either thing, right? This is Sammy's first big anything, right? Intercontinental champion he was, but I like when Sammy was Intercontinental champion. I still wish they bring back the clips of the conspiracy against him. I'm always hope for that. I love that run. I'm a huge fan of Sammy. I'm gonna throw the ones up for you, Michael. We got you. Knox gets it. One man power trip, copywriting and trademark. See, that's my longtime fan right there. Matter of fact, give it to Roman. After he said, I don't see Roman winning, but Twitter meltdown. Anyway, listen, if Roman gets this title, Twitter will riot, right? Twitter will riot. But I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens wins these titles. That's where I'm going to go with that one. Then we get the newly crowned World Heavyweight Championship match as we get Seth frickin' Rollins better than Kenny Omega. It's your guy, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Now, I will say this. I think you give it to AJ because he's on the way out, right? The reason why I didn't put him on the list of the end of the road guys is because I think he has a little bit more steer in WWE to be on the level of those guys that I picked at the end of the road. But I think did he re-sign that new contract, guys? It's like 2 more years left on there at this point.
I think it was 3. It's definitely to close out his career. It's definitely to close.
At least close it out here, maybe.
Well, I don't think the AJ's a liar, but he did say that his last contract that he signed would be his last professional wrestling contract.
Well, money talks and bullshit walks, and so him or Seth freaking Rollins, who wins this title?
Shut up! Of course I'm going with the phenomenal one. Of course I'm going phenomenal. Only reason why you don't bring back AJ Styles along with the OC, I think they do believe in this.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, brother. I apologize. Forget you, Vaughn. You're agreeing with DJ? Oh, man.
For once. Wow.
Oh, right back to me. I appreciate that. Damn right. Overall, man.
I don't think that you bring back AJ with the OC. I think that WWE likes the OC.
Why?
Because I mean, like it's that is one thing that when was at his height in WWE, multiple heights of his WWE, he
Okay.
was surrounded with the OC, and it was some of the most entertaining stuff that we got from him. And I believe that, I mean, Gallows and Anderson were tag team champions, but not as when they were OC. It was just the club. So I think that now they want to show that they can be like, look, we got Imperial, we got Brawling Brutes, we got LWO, we got the Bloodline, we got I'm missing somebody else, but everybody, we got Judgment Day. Everybody looks at least like a formidable faction.
Uh-huh.
And it's always one person out of that faction that gives them formidability, right? And for me, it's AJ. AJ is in the front.
Well, it ain't like there's somebody else that can give,
I just think that's where they're at with it. So
there's nobody else that can actually legitimately say here, be the front runner other than AJ in that group. That's clearly.
Am I muted? Can I hear? I can't hear.
I hear you fine. You hear me fine? Vaughn, show up on the screen. You hear me, Vaughn? All right. Can you hear DJ? I heard you, DJ. You just can't hear yourself. Is he muted now? No, he's moving. I don't think DJ is just.
No, I'm good. My Bluetooth stereo.
Desync? Yeah, did they sync her? Yeah, did he sync her?
Yeah, they desynced on me. They desynced on me.
Silence is not golden in radio, though. For podcasts, that is going to be a.
Okay. But no, I definitely think that WWE likes. You got to keep your guy happy. And with the rumors that Seth Rollins is moving like this 70% part-time type ish with the filming of his new role in Captain America: New World Order. While I think it's great press, but
my guy,
does it actually, like, it's like, do you want your champion to be doing media runs promoting something else other than the WWE?
Absolutely, yes.
Or do you, like, so that's that? But okay, but let's think about what Triple H said, and he said that this title will be a workhorse title. Seth isn't always at these shows.
It's 70% over. I don't think,
but AJ is. AJ is.
I don't think.
Remember, AJ got hurt at it. He got hurt at a show.
He did.
He got hurt.
I don't think neither one of these guys in the. Let me just interject this once, Mike. I'm sorry. When you think about workhorse, let's be real. Workhorses were your Intercontinental champions, your Bret Harts, your Macho Mans. That's where it really was the Mr. Perfects. Even the Honky Tonk Man solidified that title as workhorse champions. Owen Hart. Today, with the landscape of wrestling, so many shows, such big rosters, if you tell me Seth Rollins is a part-timer at 70%, that's a full-timer to me. I will disagree with any wrestling fan telling me that every single freaking week I need to see a champion on television. I don't. So if Seth wrestles twice a month, once a month for that title, that's a workhorse to me. And that's what you haven't gotten with Roman, right? And people say, well, Roman's a part-timer. Again, his story isn't. Roman's story is 100% full-timer. He's just not on TV. 100% of the time. But every week, there's a phone call, there's a text, there was something from Roman, which means Roman's not a part-timer. He's on every single show. But in the ring, I get your points at that stage. But first title, world champion, who you think is going? Do you think it's going to? I think it's going to go to Seth, although I think it should go to AJ.
I think it's going AJ. I think it's going to AJ.
Gotcha.
I can't remember who won the first matchup between them. No, Seth did. Seth did. He was a champion.
That was the handshake thing, right?
It was in Money in the Bank.
Campbell checks in. AJ's winning this title.
I sure hope you didn't get that from a dirt sheet. We know how notorious you are for reposting dirt sheets.
Listen, coming up tonight, guys, forget Raw. Tune in while Raw's on mute. Raw. Listen to us as we bring on Savio Vega live. Talk about WWE Backlash and how it took place in Puerto Rico. All right. Talk about that coming up later today, tonight as well. Gunther takes on Mustafa Ali in Saudi Arabia. Let's just be real here. Gunther wins this title, right?
I'm going for Mustafa. Every year that there's been somebody of that ethnicity, they've won. Surprisingly, they've won. If I'm not mistaken,
it won't be this time.
Please correct me if I'm not mistaken. But what homeboy,
the guy in the crowd, whatever. Yeah,
Mansoor, whatever. Mansoor.
Look at him now, right?
He won the little Money in the Bank. I mean, the little battle royal thing, right? And then Mustafa won his match last time they were over there, I believe. And Aaliyah, she went over there and won. What? Mustafa.
100%. I'm going with Gunther in this match. Then we got I'm really excited about this one this time around. Because I didn't like the build the first time. I told you that before going to Mania. I didn't think the build was really good. Since that Mania match, it's gotten the momentum. They kept that story going. We get it here at Night of Champions. We get Bianca Belair, Super Belair, taking on Asuka for the WWE Raw Women's SmackDown Champion
We
title.
about to get some dope bodysuits. I know that. We about to get some dope bodysuits.
I'm going Bianca Belair to win this match. Who you got?
I'm going with Kana. I need this.
Michael Smith feels that as well.
I need Asuka's this Asuka run, this Asuka heel change, this Asuka personality.
Jane Cena versus Lady Muta.
I need something. I need it to mean something.
And I'm with you.
We haven't had a women's title change. We haven't had a women's title change. But if it's not going to be anybody else, who better than Asuka? Rest in peace, Canyon. Who better?
Yeah, she's not. This is Super Belair. This is Super Belair. Okay, this is all about her. You're talking about, as you just was talking about so eloquently, by the way, about you want your champion being on red carpet. Yes, you want your champion being on red carpet. You want your champion to look like a. And I get unfair to Asuka. No offense.
Asuka's beautiful without that fucking face.
I'm not saying none of that. Storyline right now, she's painted up.
Can't talk English,
right? Okay, and they should make a secondary title, a women's intercontinental championship. Right?
I've always thought that. I thought that's what
they
was
need
going.
that.
And speaking of that, and I impromptu.
Yeah,
they should. What happened to the Women's Revolution pay-per-view? I thought that special was
I didn't think it was
really
gonna be.
good.
I never thought it was gonna be a staple, man. I thought it was just a one-time runoff.
Honestly. I thought they should have followed up. Especially now, they should have definitely followed up.
I definitely agree with you. Maybe at least once a year or something like a Night of Champions should be once a year. But I think so many things shouldn't be like Night of Champions. I miss Clash of the Champions. I miss seeing something great happen on regular TV. That's why I like when AEW does their title things. Like you have it's the same this Night of Clash of Champions. So Night of Champions, whatever. But I think we need a women's intercontinental title match or title match, something to give these women, because like you just said, the way that the company has been going, especially with the selling of the company and things like that. I don't see Roman losing. I don't see Bianca losing. I can see Gunther losing, but to Austin Theory to a Grayson Waller, maybe something like that. It's just that the way the titles have gone in this company lately, I'm looking for everything else but the people who hold the titles to be the best people sometimes in the company at this point. Bianca was
is that the whole pay-per-view? Like what else?
That's just what they have so far. They probably get some more matches tonight.
They got 6 days.
Well,
what else could you get me to get intrigued?
Well, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. You probably get 2 more matches. You probably get only 2 more matches. You probably get something over there Battle Royal-ish again. Okay. And don't forget, this pay-per-view comes on at 1 p.m., y'all. Okay. 1 o'clock start. So
you know what? And I noticed they also only do 1 women's match when they're over there. I'm pretty sure they only do 1 women's match, which is weird. But yeah.
Either way, I'm here for it, guys. Tonight, again, like I said, come back 8:30. Savio Vega was unable to make the scheduled 6:30 at time. But he's a cool guy. Friend of the program, so he's going to still do the interview tonight. So come back.
What?
Excellent for Dakota Kai to come back in about 6 to 8 months and join the bloodline.
Huh?
Excited. What? Why would the bloodline?
She ain't blood. I could have. I thought you was going to say Nia Jax. King Coda?
What part of the bloodline?
Seeing her little pretty self on TV.
She hurt too, right?
King Coda, yeah, she's gone. She got an ACL tear. She gone for like good 8 months.
I know about people on that booger sugar, cocaine, hell of a drug.
Dakota's part Samoan. She's like Australian. What?
Where you get that from?
Where you get that from?
Samoan?
I would rather. I would bet money for Trinity before I bet money for King Coda. And Trinity even in the company.
You said what?
I would bet money that Trinity will come and join the bloodline before I bet King Coda.
Yeah. How long is that TNA contract? They could buy her out if they wanted to.
Oh, it's a couple months.
Yeah, they could buy her.
It's a
and then I can't talk about we do Mercedes Moné.
Her homegirl
yesterday. She broke her ankle.
She broke her ankle? I thought he said it was a knee.
No, she broke her ankles, but that's what I read again. It's what I read from one.
She definitely had to get carried out, so she might
definitely got carried out. Looked like they said she broke her ankle yesterday over in the IWGP match.
So you know AEW is going to get that. They're going to get that title off of Willow Nightingale. They're going to get that off of her. I don't think that there's no way that I thought that Willow Nightingale was going to win that anyway.
Jeffrey said she is part Samoan.
I think she's wow.
Well, how about this, guys? Being part Samoan or not doesn't put you in the bloodline.
In the bloodline. You gotta be part of that family tree.
It's the family tree. Is all I'm saying. But guys, as always, thank you guys for tuning in to the Mike Knoxxx show, Around the Blocks of Mike Knoxxx, Perfect Plex Talk Radio, right here on Unpopular Review. My co-host, call me backstage here, Mr. The Z is Silent. Make sure you go follow him on all the social media platforms as well as 301 King Vaughn Jr. backstage, my social media to the icons and ayatollahs and rock and rollers people. And listen, every week I mean this with all the love and respect I have in the world. I appreciate you guys for always tuning in and always holding me down. But I tell you something every week and I mean it.
Because I love me some me. I can't stand myself.
And don't say without yourself, I love me some me. And don't love God, y'all. That's crazy. I'm out of here, y'all. Fingers. See you next week. Peace.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
No. See you in an hour and a half. Peace.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, this a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You can call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special.